Welcome to ODND Presents. I don't have a title yet.
That's a stupid title.
ODND presents
Weird
Pedal
stuff.
Faster, Forrest.
Pedal faster. I like it.
So what we're doing here is Jay had a birthday about a month ago.
Is
That's
that
right.
your
Take
first
a
one
day.
this year?
First one this year, actually. Surprise,
Nice.
surprise.
I'm on my third.
And so I thought what would be a lot of fun would be to do a special game. And I had bought Kids on Bikes.
No, you bought Kids on
I bought both.
Brooms. Oh, okay. Well, I thought you bought Kids on Brooms, and then you're like, no, F this nonsense.
No,
Oh.
that's gonna be a whole different thing. I bought kids on bikes.
You can tell I
for
listen to
this
my husband.
explicitly because I felt like it's a good way for us to.
Jason owns a bike.
Because Jason owns a bike.
Nice.
Weird flex.
Me too. I've had my bike almost exactly a year. It was a year ago yesterday I got my bike, and guess how many times I've ridden it?
A
Once.
year.
Like 3.
And I don't think Jay has a bike now.
Oh, shit.
This
So this is all lies.
is all the whole thing's lies. But yeah, so Kids on Bikes. A bit of an introduction to what Kids on Bikes is it's a game system that's different than what we've played on here before. It's a lot less mechanics heavy, and its focus is a lot more on storytelling. We all take turns actually kind of telling bits of the story.
In other words, we can't use dice.
It's not just on me to build the world and what's going on.
Damn it, I have to do stuff.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's bull, man.
I kind of
That's the
referee
DM's
and
job.
kind of figure out what the overarching deal is.
Sounds
But
pretty lazy on
honestly-
your part.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's because he
thank you,
fell
word
off a
for it.
ladder. He's not in. His heart's not in it anymore.
Yeah, after I fell down the stairwell in the barn as well. It was just I haven't been the same since.
Since.
30 years ago.
God,
so,
how weird is it that we can say, oh, such and such happened 30 years ago and still really remember it very well? Like, what the hell?
I know, that's weird.
I don't, but that's because
That's because you
it's
fell
in my
down the
head.
stairs in the
Mhm.
barn. Okay, I know. I get it.
So
I think I'm the youngest in the group, and I'm solidly in my mid-30s.
So there you go, guys. We're pulse of society. We know how to tick in our talk.
We're effing millennials. Get over it.
We're curmudgeonly millennials. Millennials?
Millennials.
Millennials.
That sounds like it would be on a Karen shirt. It's 3 o'clock. Time for some Merlonials.
Anyway.
How about we introduce ourselves before we dig into how this works?
But then we won't have plausible deniability.
I am the GM or general manager. My name is Dan, and I am very new to this.
I call him the gas master.
Gasmaster General.
Yep. Miss on your switch.
That's only what my friends call me. I'm Airy Jarvis. I don't have a character yet.
No.
That's kind of the point.
Who else?
Yeah.
Who else do we got here?
I'm lazy. This sounds like a nightmare to me.
I'm Kimberly, and I am here.
Well, you didn't tell us what to do.
I
That's
know.
fair.
What's okay? How about this? What is your favorite? So your name and what your favorite Kids on Bikes oeuvre, like specific
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mention that either. That this is very much designed around the ideas of movies like The Goonies or shows like Stranger Things.
So I think. Oh, it's so hard.
Ooh.
Is that it?
Basically, stories about kids doing things that kids are not really supposed to be doing. My favorite, it's not a group one, but Cloak and Dagger.
I love that movie. But I don't know. I guess.
I mean, he's keeping
But
secret
isn't part
files
of
from
this-
spies.
Isn't part of this supposed to be like the teamwork?
Yeah, but like it draws inspiration from all those kinds of things.
I mean, the sexual like banter between him and the little girl. Yeah.
Wouldn't technically it be?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
the one
totally.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
I certainly can't think of any. The OET is
E.T. is only 2 people though.
so.
Well, at the end, there's more of them.
Not kids, is there?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they all ride their
Bunch of
bikes
kids band
together
together.
to save ET.
I hated E.T.
I know you
love
did.
ET.
Like so,
So
much.
good.
But
My
I also
mom
hated
hates it.
Lilo and Stitch till I saw it this year, so maybe I'd like it more. if I
Well, you
was
should
young.
watch the one with the walkie-talkies. That's the one that we got.
No!
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
gross.
best version.
I have it on DVD, but I don't know what version it is.
Well, which is it? Stand by Me? Which is the one where they poke the body with the
Yeah.
stick?
I think
That'd be
it's
Stand By Me. Yeah.
I didn't like that one.
So
Then why did you fucking ask?
Kimberly, Now and Then.
What's
Is
that?
that what it's called?
I don't
With
know
the
what that is.
girls. It was pretty much the Goonies, but with girls.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what we're talking about.
All
I
the
don't know any.
kids on bikes.
I know.
sort of
Yeah,
things.
I know, but I can't. I like you say ET, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen ET, but like I'm like totally blanking on like literally every single one of those movies.
Yours is like Animorphs. That's
Oh,
kids on
dude.
bikes.
Okay, can I say Animorphs because Animorphs is the
Sure.
goddamn tits.
Sure. I know you got Ari starting to read them.
Oh my god, they're so good.
She's still looking for the first one.
No, I bought it on Kindle.
Oh, okay.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Anyway, so Kimberly's is Animorphs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's gonna be a movie. They're gonna make it into a movie, and Animorphs is the
Nice.
goddamn tits. Fucking best.
All right.
Rachel for life. Rachel's always my favorite.
Represent. I was
how
too
do you
old when
feel-
Animorphs came out.
Yep. You're ancient.
Mm.
Did Jeff introduce himself?
Not yet.
no, I am Jeff.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, I should have said that.
I'm Bob. No, I'm Jeff.
With a G.
Yes. Fans of the show know me as
Jeff, Jeff.
as Jeff.
Jeff, the god of hairdos.
Yes.
Jeff's hip hop name
The
now.
cat
Or-
is so hyper. She just did a lap around the house.
Like you do.
Anyway.
Or
continue, Jeff.
in a parody of the words of the delightful Gene Wilder, my name's Jeff, but my friends call me Jeff. Probably my favorite, movie in that theme, or at least the one that first came to mind, was Super 8 from
Oh,
That is a good one.
J.J. Abrams. My only complaint about it was because I think it was at the highlight of J.J. Abrams lets lens flare every
right.
single frame.
Yeah.
I had to step away for a second. Did you just say Super 8?
Yes.
I was going to say that as a fucking joke. I was like, all these references are too old for me. I'm so young. Super 8 is my favorite. Fuck you, Jeff. Damn
Remember,
it.
he is the baby of the group, Jay.
I
Yeah.
don't care. He's not that much of a
That's
baby.
his Citizen
It's fine.
Kane.
It's fine. Well done, you beat me.
Yeah, he's not that much of a baby, that's for sure.
Oh,
The-
you know what mine is then? Mine is To Kill a Mockingbird. There. I'm that old.
That would work.
Yours is Little Rascals.
Mine's Wizard of Oz.
The
All the
original, not the...
Munchkins, right?
Yeah. On bikes. Munchkins on bikes.
That's
I want to see
racist.
that. D&D crossed with this.
The best part is that Jay picked up on it. He had stepped away and he heard the height of J.J. Abrams' lens flare phase, and he knew exactly
I
what
had to
movie we
run
were
back to the microphone and be like, God damn it.
He stepped on the cat. On the
Well,
leg.
Also,
So-
Super 8 is pretty good from what I remember.
Okay. Jay.
It's been a while, but I remember it being good.
Hi, I'm Jay. My favorite of those, I don't know.
Or what's one that we haven't mentioned that you like?
See, but that's like I don't know or care. Let me see. I mean,
Aren't you
I
a Goonies fan?
here's the thing. I like Goonies, but I also know that it is terrible. It is not a good movie. It is a movie that I enjoy, but I know that if you look at it in empirically, it is not good.
If I show
but
it to
I like it.
Ari when she's never seen it her entire life, she goes, "Okay."
Yeah, that's kind of how
Yeah.
I felt when I finally
Well,
saw it.
Well, that's exactly how it ought to be. It's not good. It is, however, one of my favorites. I
It is a
enjoy it.
product of its time, though.
Yeah, it's absolutely a product of its time. You know, like other things, like Bill Cosby and Woody Allen.
So there's this movie. I believe it's called. No, it's not. It's like The Girl Next Door. I believe.
Okay.
Uh huh.
What is his name? Oh my god.
Timothy Olyphant.
Well, yeah, that's why I liked it. But Timothy Olyphant plays like a pimp.
Oh,
I
boy.
own several Timothy Olyphant movies that are not Timothy Olyphant movies. Like, there's a Vin Diesel movie, but Timothy Olyphant's my favorite part of that movie, so I own it. And that's one of them. But
Well,
it's
he's
one
pretty
of
much my
those
favorite
sort of-
part of being alive, so.
So he's the older brother is pretty much the older brother in Goonies, only there's something. It's oh my god, my head is so shit. Who played Cyclops in X-Men?
James Marsden.
Yes, and it's like.
I had to think about it.
So watching Goonies, my favorite part of it was the older brother, only because he reminded me of James Marsden in that other movie. And I
Wait, are we
think
talking
there's a
about the
whole
cop from
subplot
the
where
Sonic
he
movie?
comes
That's
out.
all I know him from.
What?
Are we talking about the cop from the Sonic movie? That's all I know him from. I'm too young. That's all I got.
You're not too young. And you should watch Dead to Me, because that one's amazing.
I still
You know,
He says
Jen made a
he's
good
too
point.
old. He only knows James Marsden from the Sonic movie. He's too
Jen made a
young,
good
sorry.
point. Even though the bike is absent, Back to the Future is roughly that. It is a dumb teenager getting into a lot of trouble he doesn't need to get into,
Yeah.
and has a troubling relationship with an older man.
fair.
Anna,
That's gonna be the character.
his
That's
mom.
Yep.
So, I thought, or wait, is Jeff Doc Brown? I thought he was a janitor.
Well, we are going to find out once
Yeah.
we.
Once Jen gets to
Spoilers!
go.
God damn it! Sorry.
I am Jen. If I have to pick one, I guess I'll just pick Totoro.
Ooh,
Mm.
Never
I like
saw
that.
Totoro.
it's so cute.
So yeah, one of the things about this game is that there is the seven type character, the ET kind of thing that is an NPC that all the players get to control.
And fall in love with.
Probably.
Go fuck.
Oh wait, 7. You mean
yeah.
11?
11, whatever she is. Sorry.
7,
I was
11.
We've been watching too much Umbrella Academy. I
Umbrella
can't keep track
Academy.
of numbers anymore.
Since
Fair.
people
You
are
know,
being gross
Ellen
about the other
Page
character,
or-
maybe not 11 though, huh?
But yeah, so the way that one works is interesting in that everyone gets an aspect of the character that they control, in both like personality wise, but as well as powers. So if it's like, yeah,
It's like a Gundam?
kinda, because that way no one person's more powerful. You all have different aspects of it, and all that. That'll come
So-
out as we go.
Like I read the first comic at the beginning of the book,
Uh
and the first 50 pages. So
Right. I didn't print those.
okay, so like there's the five
read
of
them.
us, and then we have an ET or an 11 or some other character that we pull around in a wagon and
Right. Basically.
are like, hey kid, go blow open the door with your super mind power,
Yeah.
Right.
that kind of thing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool.
Basically.
Cool.
All right, guys. So what we're going to do today is we're going to build characters and a town. The way this game works, it's very shared. And so it's not just, you don't make your character, you roll your dice, you figure out what your strength, your int is, and your class. It's small town USA. Everyone kind of knows everyone. Everyone's got a connection somewhere with something. So I guess, Jay, we're going to start with you.
Uh-huh.
What's the name of the town we're in?
Oh, the name of the town? What we call her, or what it's actually called?
Sure.
Well, what we call it is Shitsville, because we don't like.
Yep.
Well, that's what my character
That
calls
sounds
it,
like
Shitsville.
the epitome of cleverness when you're 11.
Mm-hmm.
And the real name?
The real name?
Shipsville.
Shartsville. No.
It's going to be in upstate New York.
Let's see. Oh, ooh, that would be fun. Based on what I've already named my character. We'll call it Crowderville.
How do you want to spell that?
Crowddervill.
Crowderville. Very nice. I like
Sounds upstate New Yorky also.
it. It does. I like it. Okay, welcome to Crowderville, a.k.a. Shitsville.
AKA Shartsville.
A.k.a. Shartsville. Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
So much cleverness.
what industry is Crowderville known for? Either now or in the past.
Historically or now?
Mm.
Yes.
One of these kind of concepts of this is that, it's usually a town on the decline, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, it could still be known for it, but maybe it's not good at it anymore. Oneonta used to have the largest roundhouse for trains in the country. Now it's just a painting on a wall.
Smallest roundhouse for karate, though. Most people don't know that.
Yeah. Slowest
Performed
Slowest
by Jason,
karate
'cause he has
roundhouse.
hip
Very slow.
dysplasia.
Trains
think-
that slowly rotate.
I want to say it used to be big in the
Prostitution
like
capital of
it
the Adirondacks.
yeah, prostitution. Like
No.
it's near the Erie Canal and did a lot of wool and textiles. There we go.
There-
I'll trade cheap for brick.
Mm.
So, but you're saying that it's not really that much of a thing anymore, and thanks to boats and
PETA.
highways and trucks.
Yes.
Those fuckers.
So it's historically okay. Jen,
Mm-hmm.
what is Crowderville famous for?
Hmm. The smell?
Yes.
It's the Gary, Indiana of upstate New York.
Yes. Or the Lewiston.
Oh God.
That smell. Can't you smell that smell?
All that old wool just rotting.
Oh God.
Probably sheep, but
They just never stood down. Sorry. Sorry, Disney.
Ari,
Yeah.
what is it infamous for?
Not the smell.
Hmm.
People come to Crowderville for the smell.
They go down to the smell store where you can get it. It's bottled. It is bottled.
You know, the Yankee Candles is based there.
Yeah.
The smell when you walk by a Yankee Candle is this disgusting waft of like too many. That is the scent of Crowderville.
okay.
And it turns
Okay.
out Yankee Candle broke it down into its component scents and then distributed those as individual candles. But it turns out it was one big candle that smelled like ass.
So sidebar, I kid you not, I have to tell you this story. When I was in high school, I was a little sick anyway, and I walked into, I think it was actually Bed Bath & Beyond, not Yankee Candle, and I took a deep breath, and I had to turn around and walk right back out because I got so nauseous
Oh,
from all
no.
the scents.
I went into Yankee Candle once with, I think it was Ari and Shannon, and I wanted to smell all the things, but I had a cold and couldn't smell shit.
All right, what is it infamous for?
I think that there was in the mid 70s, a principal who was found out to be killing off his student. He killed 5 students.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, I guess Jeff already answered this one. Economically, our town is floundering.
Sorry, guys. I
Between the
didn't
dead
research.
kids and the bad wool. So, 2 marks there. Kimberly.
Mysteriously written on all the walls. If you're not paying attention, you might miss that the words "bad wool" are painted everywhere.
They're
Sorry.
making an audio series with Chris Eccleston.
Yeah, he finally accepted that he's never going to act again and signed on to be the doctor.
Well, apparently he left because he didn't like drama behind the scenes or something.
That
That's
was part
fine.
of it, yeah. There was
Okay. So
but-
notable organization in town, Kimberly. So this
The
is something
Masons.
similar to Boy Scouts or the Elks
Masons.
Club.
I was
Or...
gonna say the
A
Masons.
gentleman's club called the Illuminati.
They're very, very like, very what's the word active in like charity in town.
Okay.
Is it possible these are the Masons, but they call themselves that because they're all loosely related to actor James Mason?
Right, Jay.
I mean, Jeff, all Masons are related, right?
Yep.
Jay.
We're all brothers.
Yes.
What's a local landmark?
Ooh. There's. Okay, I'm already drunk. I apologize. I'm trying to think of
It's
something
fine.
that isn't totally juvenile.
It's your game, Jay.
I know, but all
Although
I can
if we
think
really have a lot of fun, I won't mind doing this once a month or something.
all I can think of is an obelisk that is a perfectly normal looking obelisk, but was carved down from a giant penis. I'm not doing that. That is not.
And it
Let's
doesn't
see.
have to be a man-made landmark. It could be a natural landmark.
Yeah, right. It could also be a natural landmark. Oh, you know what? It is an unexpected, unexplained, long-living, flourishing redwood tree, even though we are in roughly upstate New York.
That's a
Jen
good
was
one.
going to say the exact same thing, apparently. We just had to high
Really?
five on that.
I wasn't thinking redwood specifically, but like a really gigantic tree.
Yeah.
That's good. It's a good one.
May or may not be a hotel inside of it. It's that big.
That's sad though.
Is it sad? Just because we've been together. It's not just that we've been trapped together for 4 months, but it is. We've been trapped
It's
together
because
for
you've been
10
trapped
years.
together for years. Yeah. Jen. What's the
No, I
name of
meant
the
the
school?
hotel, not
No.
the same
Not-
views.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Jen, what's the
Sorry.
name of the school sports team?
Hmm.
Could they be the Oh Gods named after the
Oh.
movie?
We'll just call them the Imperialists because there's too many sports teams
The Imperial.
that are just horribly named.
The
And
Crowderville
inappropriately.
Imperialists. I like
We'll
it.
just
Their
Make
their
them more
flag
true to form.
is a picture of a flag.
Yeah.
It's
We
a
don't want them to
picture
be
of-
imperialists, but we're keeping it real.
But their mascot is like a caricature of Christopher Columbus or something.
Yeah.
There
It's
we go.
upstate New York, so or
Let's
actually
start
sounds like it's
taking it
Western
back.
New York. So
Mhm.
yeah, of course it's gonna be all about imperialism.
Mhm.
The only place you meet a Native American is when you see a picture of one at the Iroquois Museum.
Yeah, that's true.
Ari,
Yep.
name another local organization.
The Illuminati. NAUGHTY.
Illuminati.
Is
And
this
what
a themed
what
strip
is the
club?
It's
Illuminati?
a gentleman's club.
It is. Okay. I love this very much.
Oh my god.
This is
We-
so
all
good.
the all
We
they're
had the
not
novelty lounge in
strippers.
Oneonta.
They're not strippers. It's more like what is it called, a maid's thing, like in Japan. But these guys are from upstate New York, so they don't know what Illuminati's background is, and so they have all the wait staff in like skimpy Egyptian clothing.
Oh boy.
But then the inside looks like a cheesecake factory. It used to be a cheesecake factory, and then they turned it into a gentleman's club. They just blacked out all the windows.
And for a moment, they thought about just retaining the name Cheesecake Factory just because it was perfect.
They got a cease and desist.
We could do Beefcake Factory. Oh no, I want to see tits. Okay, fine.
Save it because there's a place for these statements. Trust me.
This is good.
Philo?
This is the greatest town.
It's pretty
All
good.
right, and last but not least, Kimberly, name
Yeah.
another landmark.
Another landmark?
Yes, please.
Another big tree.
Just outside of, so we've got a big tree so far.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
giant, thriving redwood tree in middle of New York.
No.
Giant throbbing redwood tree.
So you need a deep cave at this point,
I
big
was
enough
gonna,
to hold.
I was thinking some kind of like unique rock formation just outside of town.
Okay, what's it called?
The cranky old lady.
Much
Like a
better
strip
than
club?
my idea.
Wait. What was your idea, Jay?
Yeah.
Schnorp's Rock. I'm really drunk. I'm not that drunk, but enough that funny names are coming to
but
me.
we should have a name for the tree, Jay.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Schnorp's
Oh,
tree.
old Blueger.
Schnorp's tree?
Schnorp's tree. Yeah, fine. It's Schnorp's tree. SCHNORP''S.
I know how to spell Schnorp, Jay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It-
I'm sorry. That was.
Can it
that
be
was rude.
named after one of the town's founding fathers, Jebediah Schnarp?
Yes, absolutely. He
All right,
discovered. He
save it,
discovered
save
it.
it.
It was the first discovery, and he made it from miles away because it's a very large tree.
It's very Jay. They just climbed a crest of a hill and went, "What the fuck?
Also, he
You guys
died
see
in
that
the
tree too?"
That is the biggest tree I've ever seen in my entire life.
He died claiming the tree though for his very own, and they said, "Well, we might as well just name it after him since he died a week into helping found the town." This is my tree, goddammit!
God.
This is Schnorp's tree.
All
And
right,
I'm
so
gonna
here's a
live
question.
in it.
Can I please be a descendant of Schnorp?
We'll discuss it. Jay,
Yes.
do you have a particular year in mind, or should we roll a die and go anywhere between 1985 and 1994?
That's fine with me. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll a die. You get to
Oh,
choose.
okay. Okay. Wait. I can't do math right now.
So just roll a d10.
Oh, right. Which one's the D? There it is. There we
The
go.
one has 10 sides.
That would be, 8, 80, 88, 8, 80, 80.
1988 then. Thanks for listening to Session 0 of ODND Presents Let's Ride. As I said before, I'm doing this as a present for Jay. I thought it would be fun to give him an opportunity to share a lot of the inside jokes and stories from our childhood. I don't usually share Session 0 because, frankly, it tends to be rather dry and boring. But I felt like this one was a little less dry and was a little more fun to see how the sausage was made. I hope all of you that like character and world creation get something out of this. You can find Kids on Bikes and Kids on Brooms, think Harry Potter instead of Stranger Things, at renegadestudios.com for a physical copy or drivethrurpg.com for a PDF version. Of Dice and Dens has reached 1,000 followers on Twitter, so we are giving away all the adventure modules we've played so far, as well as a physical copy of Aegon, co-written by the guy who did Blades in the Dark, and doesn't even release on the street until October 5th. Visit bit.ly/ODND1000 or visit our website for more information and to enter. ODND Presents is a sister podcast to Of Dice and Dens, which you can find on Twitter at ODND Pod, on Facebook at ODND Podcast. Feel free to email us at odndpod@gmail.com. Visit our website at odndpodcast.com, and on there you can find a link to our YouTube channel. And ODND Presents is part of the StolenDress.com podcast network, where you will find other podcasts, such as Of Dice and Dens and What's With You, Scooby-Doo, Comedy on Vinyl, the Dan and Jay's Comedy Hour podcast, hosts with their own Picard, Professional Blur, and many more. All right, let's go back to making a world. Ari was 4 years old at the time.
I was 4 years old too. High five.
I was
Oh.
8.
Ari's not paying attention. She's busy playing
I'm
Animal
listening.
Crossing.
I was
High five her through
2.
the microphone.
We get it, Jeff.
I'm
All right.
young. I'm a baby.
You're the
Just a little baby. Just a little baby. All right. Character creation.
Yep.
So, I recommend that we just start with a trope
Mhm.
because it's the easiest way to do it.
Are you sure you don't want to start with a schnorp?
So a
Snort.
trope is basically the stereotypical type of character. I'm sure anything you're thinking of can fit into it. But let me for those of you who read the at least a little bit of the book, raise your hand.
My hand's so far up in the air.
Is there a book?
I put the link in the Discord.
Oh, didn't see that.
Yeah,
But,
I missed that.
I also didn't know about any of this until like a few days ago. So
Even though you said a week ago that.
Shut up. Man, I didn't see the rest of it. Dick.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you posted on 7/29. Yeah, see, I didn't see I didn't go to the beginning of the conversation. I just went to where I left off.
As
which is-
anyone should.
Thank you.
Anyway, so I just wanted to give kind of an overview of what the stats mean, in case that helps impact the trope you choose.
Okay.
So there are, similar to a lot of things, 6 different types of stats. And some of them are going to have a bit of similarity, but you've got brains, which determines how book smart you are. So basically the equivalent of int, right? It will help you just understand, determine how you understand problems or how you do at school, how you can solve academic problems, that kind of thing. Brawn determines brute strength the character has. It's not how well you fight. It's not skill. It's just purely how much muscle do you have behind whatever you're doing. You can pick heavy shit up. If you just blindly, pound at someone, how hard do you hit them? That kind of thing. How intimidating you are because you're just, you're the beefy quarterback kind of guy, right? Fight determines how good of a combatant you are. So how skilled you are. With weapons or fighting. Or whatever you decide, right? This is a very open-ended kind of thing. So, like it says here, a character with a high fight stat won't necessarily be able to pick up a gun and use it effectively if they've never fired one before, but it will make them good with weapons that you do have experience with. So, let's say, you have high fight and you play baseball, so maybe you're just really good at swinging a baseball bat, that kind of thing. Or you pick up anything that you swing, right? Might be able to impact that. Flight, how fast you are. As well as, evading, kind of a dex thing. Charm, how socially adept you are, or how good you are at picking up on other people's, social cues and stuff, right? It's not just how good are you at picking up on someone, but how good are you at telling that someone else is trying to pick you up? And then grit is how hard it is to break you emotionally or physically. Someone with a high grit stat will be able to keep a level head even when, say, they're tied to a chair, feet in the water with electrodes on their nipples.
Oh, that's gonna happen to 11-year-olds, is it?
We haven't determined what this game is yet. Based
Fair.
on your answers, I might decide, you know what? Yeah, there's a hidden terrorist cell that's going to torture children.
Yay!
Woo?
And of course, the higher stat is, the better your character is with that stat. So the way this works with dice is that you have all 6 dice, right? D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20. And you only get 1 die in each skill. And your trope will decide that for the most part. And so if you're really good at strength, you're going to have a D20 in it. But you might have a charm of a D4. So you're strong, but not very personable. But this game does the whole... and I know Eric Kimberly and I played a game with this mechanic in it where the dice can explode.
Mm-hmm.
So if, let's say you have a D4 and you roll it and you get a 4. Well, now you get to roll the D6 and add that to it. And if you roll a D6, you get to roll a D8 and add that to it. So someone who's really bad at a skill could just, in that moment, be almost supernatural in that skill and succeed. And also, a thing to take into consideration, unlike games like D&D or any of those kinds of things, when you fail, it's not necessarily bad. There's things like called adversity tokens you can get, which can help you do better later on if you fail. Also, it's one of those things where, like, let's say you just, you're 1 point shy of succeeding. Maybe I'll let you have it, but something minorly bad happens too. Or like you're trying to open a safe and you fail. Okay, well you don't get the safe open and you drop it on your toe. That kind of thing, right? So so and failing may just lead you to a different success down the road, right? The example they give is you just can't get that safe open no matter what you do. Well, maybe you go and say, you know what? There's that locksmith, and I talked to him yesterday. Maybe we can convince him to open the safe for us. And so then you can start going down a different storyline with it instead. So failure isn't necessarily terrible.
Failure is, in fact, an option.
Failure, in fact, is probably a very common option.
And it's probably
Alright.
hilarious.
So let's bring up stuff. So where's the character creation page here? I think it's in the place.
Starts on page 10.
Page 10.
Or 9, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Jeff. Okay, so I put a link up for the character sheets. There are some that you can just type into to fill out. They're just fillable forms. So they won't crash your computer like the one for D&D does.
I have
It's
mine
so
open
nice,
right now.
though.
Oh, I love it so much.
It's very nice. It's the official one. It's straight from them. So we're gonna start with Jay.
Yes.
So here's what we got. And if you want any more clarity on what this trope is, let me know. But they're pretty straightforward. We've got blue collar worker. So this would be someone who's older, obviously, and age adult. You got a brilliant mathlete, which could be a child or teen. You've got brutish jock, which is a teen. You've got the bully, which could be a child or teen. Conspiracy theorist, who could be a teen or adult. Funny sidekick, who's a child or teen. Laid back slacker, who can be a teen or adult. Loner weirdo, child, teen. Overprotective parent, adult. What? Not teen? Can't be teen. Plastic beauty, teen. Popular kid, child, teen. Reclusive eccentric, adult. Scout, could be child, teen. Stoic professional, adult. Wannabe, teen. Or young provider, teen. Do any of those sound like it kind of goes down the road you were thinking?
Wow, either weirdo or conspiracy theorist. But
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna make him conspiracy theorist because I'm not making him totally like me, so he doesn't have to be the weirdo.
All right. So
Question:
Yeah.
Are we supposed to choose? Are we restricted by like age? Like, do
I'd
we
rather,
have
I mean, unless you make a really good case for it, I'd rather keep it child or teen, like older
Okay,
child
that's
or
perfect.
younger teen, maybe.
Well,
Just
now
because
I
it's-
have to
it's-
go re-examine my character concept. Gee.
Well, unless you can make a really
You could be a
good
teen
argument.
Janitor.
Yeah, but
No,
I
you
just
don't.
don't want to argue.
So the
But you're so
conspiracy
good.
theorist.
He could be the weird teen who follows the janitor around because he
Yeah,
wants
maybe
his
he's
job.
an apprentice. It's his dad or something, or his grandpa.
So Jay, the conspiracy theorist,
Yes.
has a D20 in brains,
Uh-huh.
a D12 in fight,
Uh-huh.
a D10 in flight,
Mm-hmm.
a D8 in grit,
Mm-hmm.
a D6 in charm,
Mm-hmm.
and a D4 in brawn.
I feel like he wasn't writing them down.
No. Was I supposed to be writing these down?
Yes.
Why?
This is your character sheet.
Yeah, but am I not rolling them right now as we go, and you could just tell me and I roll it as you say it?
Where are the?
No. This is when these are what you're going to have when we play.
This is
Oh, I
So
see
if
what you're saying.
doing something that requires your brains, you're going to roll a D20.
I've
Oh,
got
I see. Say this one more time then.
Okay. This is great
I
for
love
audio.
you,
I'm
Jay.
leaving it all in. Brains is a D20.
Mm,
Fight is a D12.
sure.
Flight is a D10.
Mm,
Grit is a D8.
mm-hmm.
Charm is a D6.
Mm-hmm.
Brawn is a D4.
Appendix E on
'Kay.
page 6.
And did you download that character sheet, or you just typed this in?
I did.
Okay.
It's mostly filled out except for the stat.
So there's a whole list of strengths, but these are the ones it kind of recommends to pick. I think you pick 2 strengths.
Mm-hmm.
As a teen, you get rebellious for free.
Right. So you're gonna be a teen. So go ahead and add rebellious as a strength.
Wait, where the fuck are strengths? How did I miss that? Where am I blind?
On the checkoff part.
Oh, I see. Oh, I just checked off the ones that I liked. Okay. What did you say? Rebellious? Is that what you said?
Rebellious you get when you're a teen, no matter what.
Okay.
What ones did you like? You get one. You can pick 2.
I
more.
already forgot.
Oh.
I unchecked them and entirely forgot.
Okay. Well, these are some that they're recommending.
Sure.
Heroic, intuitive,
Yep.
prepared,
Mm-hmm.
skilled at something, a treasure
You can't-
hunter, or unassuming.
All right. Heroic and Treasure Hunter were originally in there. Now, heroic will be what do we call the unwilling hero? But he's
Okay.
definitely here.
That's fine. That's
He's a
great.
real Luke Skywalker.
Hot.
The thermite can't melt steel Death Stars. And then treasure hunter, you said.
Yeah.
All right. And how about you get 2 flaws? Some of
Mhm.
the ones they recommend are blunt or deceitful, demanding, inconsiderate, irrational, neurotic, paranoid, prejudiced, restless, secretive, slovenly, or superstitious.
How many does he get?
2.
Okay, well, I figured since I wasn't originally knowing anything about this that I could just write down whatever I want. So
Oh,
give me
yeah, I
one
wrote
second.
down
These are
stuff, too.
these are
There are
things I'm
some
gonna
games where
add to
you
my
do that.
notes. One
Yeah.
more time, Dan.
You could pick from blunt, deceitful, demanding, inconsiderate, irrational, neurotic, paranoid, prejudiced, restless, secretive, slovenly, superstitious, or if you've got something else that you would prefer, it's very open like that. These are just recommendations.
Well, I mean, I put daydreams too much, quotes Python when nervous sometimes.
Oh, yes, please do those.
there you go.
Yes.
But I'm sure we could work those into
Because the flaws don't have anything mechanical. They're literally just
Sure.
to help you with your character.
Okay. Well, those are the things that I listed.
Mm.
Okay.
Trouble with reality versus fantasy was the big one.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Okay,
Okay.
and then there's 2 questions to answer for your character.
Mhm.
Question 1. What do you think is happening in the town that no one knows about?
Oh. Well, what year is this? 1988?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that
Oh,
Mike
no.
Dukakis is secretly controlling the
town?
let's see, what is he controlling? He's controlling the tourism industry to keep them away from our town because there's something going on in that lady cave, whatever it's called. What's the name of the cave?
Illuminati.
Oh, is it the cranky old lady?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cranky old lady. He thinks there's something going on in the cranky old lady that we're not supposed to know about, and he's trying to get to the bottom of it.
So he's preventing.
Yeah,
Is it,
somehow Michael
tourism?
Dukakis, presidential candidate, Democratic presidential candidate Michael Dukakis, is somehow
Preventing?
involved in a conspiracy to keep people away from our town.
Tourism. you to the lady cave.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's your first name? Let's not establish last names yet, in case we decide you want to be related to someone.
Yeah, I've already figured out my name. It's Termsley is his first name.
Termsley.
Oh my god, poor kid.
That's why his nickname is Munch,
Munch. Got it. I'll put that in notes.
and his last name is
Not much
Crowder.
better.
Was it?
His last name is Crowder.
Oh,
You see,
I
his
see.
ancestors founded the town.
Got it. Termsley Munch Crowder. Okay.
Mhm.
And then question number 2 for you, Jay.
Yep.
How far will you go to prove you're right?
Oh, are you kidding? That's all I'm ever trying to do. I would.
Will you die for it?
Maybe not that far. I want to be able to experience everybody acknowledging my rightness.
So you speak very loudly on it. You don't keep it quiet. Is that what it is?
Of course. Yeah.
What if Michael Dukakis finds out?
Yeah. What if he comes to town?
I will keep it quiet. I will let you know, always carrying a tape recorder around with me to catch people in the act.
Is it the
with
big gigantic kind?
It is,
Okay.
and its name is Craig.
Okay. Add that to your backpack. That's a good one to add to your backpack.
Fair.
I just really want you to drop it at some point. I have to like.
So here. Okay. So heroic Jay.
Mhm.
You do not need my permission to spend adversity tokens to ignore your fears.
Okay.
And then, what was the other one you picked? Treasure Hunter?
Treasure Hunter, yeah.
You can spend an adversity token to find a useful item in your surroundings.
Okay.
So that's where, like, failing will help you later on.
Mhm.
The book says if you fail early on, that's actually very helpful later on. Okay.
Well, it gives you an opportunity to grow and learn.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Crap, we're at page 9.
So I hope I didn't have to like pay very close attention to this because I was
No.
reading all the tropes and but I know what I'm gonna be now.
So age. How old are you?
14.
All right. That works. And if you could send me your character sheets when we're done here, so that
No.
I can have a copy
Oh, I
of it.
should probably download this character.
Refuse.
Or just take a picture of it and send it to me, Kimberly. I just want to have it.
Well,
It'll
I'm just
help
thinking
me.
I'm gonna need to. I need to do that anyway.
Well, do it. Jesus. Stop talking about it.
Stop blaming Dan.
God, Dan, why wouldn't you have me download it? Yeah, Fivel agrees with me.
Fivel agrees.
She agrees.
Fivel, enough.
She's protecting us.
Dan, is
Okay.
it okay that I filled out like everything on the box part, like the first box part already?
I'd have to look and see what that character sheet looks like again.
Oh, it just says name, age, fear, motivation, flaws, and description.
No, that's fine.
No,
But we're still going to talk through it so that people
Yeah,
at home
sure,
know what's going
sure.
on.
I mean, technically, the only thing you're not supposed to decide on at this point is your last name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too
okay.
late.
Poop stain.
Well, it's your game. You can do what you want.
Yeah. Jay, introduce your character to the rest of the group.
Hi, my name.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hi.
Bad.
No.
What?
No.
I can't talk like this the whole time.
I mean, enjoy the throat that you'll be having.
That's what she
afterwards.
said.
So, give me some context. Why am I doing this?
You're introducing yourself to everyone else at the table.
Okay. Hi. My name is Termsley Munch Crowder.
Hi,
I'm 14.
Termsley.
Thank you so much. My greatest fears are mutant dogs and unexpected boners. And
Is that in your fears list? Because you better put that there then.
yeah, it is. Those are both in there. It's the only two things I wrote. And I'm a real big fan of snacks and books and Monty Python. And hi. And just so you guys know, legally I have to inform you, you are being recorded.
I know. Craig said so.
Yeah. Oh, you know Craig?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Okay, so we're going
Everybody
to
knows
do the middling number of questions. They've got a very quickie one. They've got a really long one. We're going to do the middle one.
I'm gonna snack right now.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Everybody likes this on the microphone, right? Oh.
Yep.
Close enough.
Oh my god.
This is the call of the long-suffering wife. Oh my god.
So, did it really? Did it? I know you read it, Jeff. So maybe you can help me.
Okay.
Did it establish like? How does it establish whether or not they know a character? Do you just say, "Do you know"?
Yeah, like we all introduce our characters, and then when we get to the character connection, I can say, well, my character knows. Was it
Got it.
Chumsley?
Yeah. So
Shouldn't we just wait and...
Munch. Yeah. So
You can
what we
just
need
call
to do is
me
first,
Munch.
let's go through everyone's characters, and then we'll
Nobody
move
calls
on
me
from there.
Termsley.
Okay.
I hate it.
What?
Nobody calls me Termsley to my face.
And lives.
Liz.
Exactly.
All right.
And
Let's
You
start
go
with
by
Ari
Munch?
because then she has to put her thing down.
No, I don't. I can do two
You,
things.
you have to write.
I can do three things.
So, what kind of character do you want?
Bully.
You want to be a bully? Okay. So
I'm a teen.
here's your numbers. Your fight is 20. Your brawn is 12. Your flight is 10. Your grit is 8.
What the fuck? Don't you have any sort of...
Your brains is 6.
I don't have brains. Oh. What is it?
Yeah, you're right, because you wrote that in the wrong place.
Well, that's why it's only a 6, huh?
And then your charm is 4. The way they have it listed here is by the D size. Start with the biggest
My D is pretty big.
Get to the smallest D. So as a teen, you also get the rebellious.
See, I was listening, Daniel.
By the way, rebellious allows you plus 3 to rolls when persuading or resisting persuasion from children.
What?
You say children don't have as much of an impact on you. So if a kid tries to tell you to do something, you're gonna tell him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, when I do that with an adult as rebellious?
And plus 3 to rolls when resisting persuasion from adults, but you don't get to persuade them. With kids, you can make kids do things because you're that cool teen.
Or mean teen.
Either or. So that applies to you too, Jay.
I can do what now?
You get plus 3 to rolls when you persuade or resist persuasion from children, and plus 3 to rolls when resisting persuasion from adults. Because you're a badass teen that can control children and say, fuck you to grown-ups.
I thought you said plus 3 twice. Did I hear plus?
I did. Plus 3
Okay.
to persuading or resisting persuasion from children.
Oh,
and
okay.
plus 3 when resisting adults.
Okay.
No comment, Jay. So some possible strengths for a bully is gross, lucky, prepared, skilled at something, tough, or wealthy. And you can there are some others too if you want to look at the full list.
Probably tough and prepared.
Prepared's a pretty good one.
I'm pretty much John Boyega from Attack the Block, but a girl from New
So
York.
prepared lets you spend 2 adversity tokens to just happen to have one commonplace item with you at my discretion.
Can't spell. Hi, kitten.
And then what was the other one?
I'm a boo bitches.
Tough.
Tough. If you lose a combat roll, if you lose a combat roll, you can add 3 to the negative number. You still lose a roll no matter what, but it could reduce your loss to a much lower amount of loss.
Got it.
Because if you had like a -9 loss to a gunshot,
Yeah. I died.
you're bleeding out.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Whereas -6 might have grazed you like you're limping now. Because there's going to be a lot of gunfighting. Okay, and then we got a couple questions for you. What motivates your bullying? Why are you a bully?
Well, I think I started out bullying to protect my kid brother or sister.
Pick one.
say. I'm thinking. Shut up. Kid brother. And then he went missing.
Okay.
So then I just started acting out, and now I bully everybody, including adults.
Okay. What was your character's name, by the way?
Blanche.
Section. Nope. No stepping. No stepping. No.
Oop.
Stop.
Sorry.
We both have old lady names for our characters, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's the 80s. They were young lady names back then. Not true. 80s, they were still old lady names. Became bully to protect now missing brother. Wow. Well, I wrote Borthwer.
Borthwer, okay.
That's what his name was.
Go after him, Sir Borthwer.
Second question for you. How do you feel when you hurt others?
I just see red. I don't feel anything. Numb.
Numbness. Alright.
Dumb and
Scary.
ugly.
We have strengths, flaws, first name. What was your age?
17.
Ooh, you're an older teen.
Yeah, I've been kept back.
That's fair.
I've been kept back like 2 years.
Terms.
So I'm in Thermsworth. What is it? Thermstrom? Terms.
Therm.
Armstrom.
Yeah. I like to
Termsley.
push him into lockers.
Fair.
I don't like it. I'm numb.
Yeah.
I just do it.
You just do it
It's
now.
a-
It's no reflex. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
I'm Blanche. I don't want to be here.
Very nice.
And if any of you say anything to me, I'll beat your face.
All right, Jen.
Wait,
Hello.
Do I just
Who are you?
figure out all the other stuff?
Let me. Vera.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Okay.
It's my very
What
favorite.
are you?
In what regard?
What's your trope?
What trope do you want
Oh,
to use?
so I didn't write any of them down.
Okay.
And I don't have any file on that.
What's the general idea you want to be for your character? You know?
Okay,
What
so I
goes-
can tell you what my like top two, middle two, bottom two would probably be, and maybe if there's a thing that sort of matches that works.
Okay.
Okay. So I was thinking that like probably brains and flight would be the top two.
Okay. Let's see where we go with that. Let's start with that.
Okay.
Just so you know, one of my flaws is I bite my toenails.
It could also be brains and grit, maybe.
So we've got either a brilliant mathlete, his
Oh,
brains
no.
are flight, or reclusive eccentric is also, but that's adult only. So,
Yeah.
But then
So what?
brains and grit. So that would be the mathlete. Or brains and grit. We've got scout. Yeah, scout.
Okay, what are the other stats for that?
We've got a D10 in charm, a D8 in brawn, a D6 in flight, and a D4 in fight.
I was thinking it would be for me. And fight would probably be lower, and brawn would probably be lower.
Well, if you want to move them around, you can.
Okay,
I'll let you.
okay.
You can do custom. I'm not going to go through all the rules for doing that, so we're just
I
going
mean,
to let you fiddle
I
a
would
little bit.
say I'm an eccentric of some kind. But okay. So I was gonna.
Well, if you were going to be an
Probably-
eccentric, I mean, well, that's adult only, though. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could if
But
we're already
that's a
fiddling
character.
around with it, you could.
Yeah.
Kids sniff it out early though.
Yeah.
Saying from experience.
So, yep. Go ahead. Brains and grit. We're the top two. Yeah,
Then
weird
probably
deal.
flight. Charm, brawn, and then fight.
It's not significantly different. So some possible strengths for that category is cool under pressure, intuitive, lucky, prepared, skilled at something, treasure hunter.
Sorry, I think I missed the first couple. I'm very sorry.
Cool under pressure,
Uh-huh.
intuitive,
Mm-hmm.
lucky, prepared, skilled at, or treasure hunter. Those are the ones it recommends for Scout.
Okay.
Pick 2 of those.
What was the one before intuitive?
Cool under pressure.
The first 2.
Cool. All right. So cool under pressure, you can spend 1 adversity token to take half of your die's value instead of having to roll when making what's called a snap decision, which means no one gets to help you. So instead of having to roll and possibly get lower than 50% on your die, you can just take the middle. And then...
Is that written down somewhere?
Yeah, it's in the book. There's an Appendix B, Strengths. And then intuitive, you can spend 1 adversity token to ask me about your surroundings. An NPC or something like that. I must answer honestly. God damn, son of a bitch. That's your intuition, right? So. All right.
And teenagers are rebellious, right?
Yep. And then you get that same rebellious dealio. How old are you?
16.
So far, Munch is the youngest one. You were 14, Munch?
Yep.
Yes, sorry, that's me you were talking to. Uh-huh.
And then Blanche was 17.
What does
Physically.
protective do? Sorry.
Forget to write this down. Okay. Protective. You get to add 3 to your rolls when you're defending one of your friends.
Oh.
Beater.
You know what? Can I switch cool under pressure to that?
Sure.
Hi, Pinks. Hi, baby.
All right. So now, let's talk about your flaws. Some of the ones they recommend.
Flaws.
Thank you, Dave.
Oh yeah, you didn't do flaws with me. I just made up my own.
What were your flaws?
You didn't give me options.
Because the flaws are just characters.
Oh, okay.
They're not mechanical like the strengths are.
Okay, good.
So,
Never mind then.
I mean,
I came up.
they
with
have
my own.
recommended ones, but you can come up with your own too. Did you already come up with some, Jen?
I kind of did. I put like cautious / maybe slightly paranoid, and then if I needed to pick another one, probably at least slightly too blunt. Maybe not the worst blunt, but definitely kind of blunt.
Yeah, that works. Okay, so are you a member of the Scouts, or are we gonna pick something else for questions? I'll ask you the questions for the eccentric.
Okay.
So what drives you away from the world at large? Because it's a reclusive eccentric. Are you reclusive?
Kind of.
Okay.
Not like completely, but I'm a little bit of a loner and pick friends pretty carefully.
Let's try this question then.
Okay.
Why are you happier fending for yourself?
I think the first one works maybe better.
The first question, the eccentric one.
Yeah, just
Okay.
a lot. What keeps me away from most people is there's a lot of people who hurt each other and they're selfish, so they don't really care that they're doing it.
What are you trying to say about me?
Okay. And then, but what do you miss about being out and about in the world?
She's 16. She doesn't.
sharing things with people and sharing joy.
All right. All right. Introduce yourself to the group, Vera.
Hi, I'm Vera. Oh wait, do you need to know my fear?
The sensitive of the fears last,
Okay.
so
Oh, okay.
we'll revisit that in a minute. Because
Okay, sorry.
after we talk about some things, you might decide to change them or something too.
Sure. I'm Vera. I'm 16. Oh, do you need to know motivation?
That's also near the end.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop asking you questions. I like art, mythological creatures, and loud music. And
I'm sorry. Did you just design yourself as a character? Is that all the thing?
You hush your
It does
mouth.
recommend, try to make a character that you would understand, but also, is entertaining to play. All right. Who's next? Kimberly.
Hello. I'm going with the young provider.
All right. What's your name?
Ooh.
My name?
Yeah.
Jordan.
Jordan. Cool. How old are you, Jordan?
16.
Young provider. All right. So you're looking at a sheet. So you already have your stuff filled in. So
I haven't done anything other than just pick.
all right. So your grit is a D20.
Okay.
Your brawn is a D12. Your charm is a D10. Your brains are a D8.
Oof.
Your fight is a D6.
Oof.
And your flight is a D4.
Why are you
Ay,
saying
ay, ay.
it like that?
So some of the recommended strengths is easygoing, protective, skilled at something, tough, treasure hunter, unassuming.
Okay, so how many do I get to pick? Just one?
2.
2. Okay. Okay. I like protective.
And you'll get you get rebellious for free because you're a teen.
for rebellious. Okay. I'm guessing unassuming kind of means you can kind of sneak under the.
Yeah, you can spend 2 adversity tokens to not be seen within reason.
Okay. I like unassuming and protective.
Okay, so that was the one I read you, and then +3 to rolls when you defend one of your friends for protective.
+3 to rolls when defending friends. And then unassuming.
Spend 2 adversity tokens to not be seen within reason. At my discretion.
And what is and what do I get for rebellious? Anything?
Rebellious is that whole thing where you get a +3 to either persuade or resist persuasion from children,
Okay.
and a +3 to resist persuasion from adults.
Okay, what was the part about adults? I'm sorry.
You get a +3 to resist persuasion from them.
Okay. Thank you.
So when your mom tells you to do something, you say no.
Okay.
Okay, so likely flaws that you might have: deceitful, dogmatic, greedy, hot-tempered, ignorant, insecure, irrational, prejudiced, resentful, restless, self-pitying, superstitious.
And I get 2
Yeah.
again.
And again, these don't have any mechanical functions, so you
Right.
don't even have to do that per se. It helps. It's supposed to help drive character by giving you some things that aren't great about you as well.
I'm gonna go resentful and
What are you
restless.
talking about? I'm just great.
Okay.
Great all the way around. I'm great. I'm a great ape.
Okay.
All right. Here's a couple questions for you, Kimberly.
Yarp.
How has working to support your family improved you as a person?
Definitely given me a sense of responsibility and kept me from doing anything unsafe, I guess. Like kept me out of trouble. How's that?
I was literally just typing keeps you out of trouble.
Yep.
All right. And what have you had to give up for your family?
Childhood.
Is there anything in specific that kind of represents that?
So I think my character is probably the oldest of a handful of kids, probably like 4 or 5. And so like maybe the younger kids, since my character is helping like a single parent, helping a single parent provide for the family, maybe the younger kids have a little bit more freedom to run around and play and get into trouble when I'm expected to be the responsible one.
Great, she's gonna be fucking Nancy. Okay.
So it's a very tomboyish.
Except she doesn't run climb trees because she's not allowed to. She's busy raising her children.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's kind of what is that there's a word for it, isn't there? Where like it's a child parent or like a, you know what I mean? Where like the child is expected to take on some parental roles because the parent can't quite do them all.
I think it's called poor. That's
Oh
my
yeah,
understanding, at
yeah.
least.
Okay, that's fair.
At least that's my personal experience. All right, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Jordan. I work at the Wendy's on Main Street. Maybe I've seen you in Spanish class. I don't really speak much Spanish. I'm kind of failing, but the food is good. I like it when we have food days.
Okay, thank you, Jordan. Have a seat.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Jeff, who are you?
You know I'm done already, right? Like,
We'll see.
okay. So, my name is Gary. I'm 16.
With a J.
Parks and Rec reference?
Yes. Always. It's me. Always.
So, now Jerry with a G. He's 16. I selected the Scout trope. His what are they called? Strengths are powers are intuitive and prepared.
Right. We've already discussed those, so I didn't even have to say them again. That's great.
And his flaws are absent-minded and superstitious.
All right. Well, Jerry with a G. Who first got you into the Scouts? Or, if you want to be more general, the great outdoors.
Ron Swanson.
Yes. My father, I am the most recent in a long line of Boy Scouts, or whatever Scouts we have in this universe. Boy Scouts?
Boy Scouts.
Sure.
It's
Okay.
New York, man. They got Boy Scouts.
The New Yorker-verse? Is that what this is?
The
Yep.
New Yorkerverse, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Into the New Yorkerverse. What do you have to give up to spend as much time in nature as you do? He doesn't bring a cell phone, no laptops or tablets.
Yes.
So disciplined. In 1980.
Jerry tends to I don't want to say he has given up on humanity, but he's definitely going down the path of like in a couple years he could become that eccentric recluse where he just sits at home on his ham radio or in the woods looking at flowers and
So
wildlife.
he's kind of given up on socialization.
Yeah, like he goes to school and he has friends, apparently, probably.
How many
soon.
trench coats does he own?
Ooh.
At least 2. One
Okay.
brown, one black.
Sure.
And one white for winter.
Yes.
But
And that
never
one's
after
extra
Labor
proof.
Day.
Yes.
Okay. Introduce yourself, Jagari.
Hi, I'm Jerry. Yeah. Sits back down.
Oh,
Very
jeez.
nice. Very nice. Okay. That's everybody, right? I didn't miss anyone.
That sounds like everybody.
Okay.
I think to really dig, for Jerry, if you get him going about being a scout, like you get through the crust,
Got
then
it.
he'll just talk your ear off.
Get him
Because-
talking about his favorite kind of wildflowers and birds.
Tree.
Yep.
Mhm.
This has a whole chapter on race, ethnicity, gender, and sexuality, as well as disability and
Oh, really?
neurotypical. Oh, yeah.
They're
It's a
very
very-
PC.
It's a very progressive game.
Excellent.
It boils down to don't be a dick about it and
Fair.
make sure everybody at your table's cool with you doing it.
That's the way gaming should be.
Okay, so we're going to start. I think because it is for Jay's birthday, we're going to start with him.
Yes.
It's going to be scary now.
Uh-oh.
This is where things get scary for everyone.
I'm scared. Should I turn off the lights?
Are we doing the one-sided questions, the 5-minute
Yep.
per player? Okay.
Wait, is this about fears?
What?
Were we doing
Not
the
yet.
fears part? Okay.
This is the part where Jay decides. Jay,
Hmm.
are you connected with Blanche in any way? Do you know her, either positively or negatively?
I mean, yeah. I mean, negatively.
Okay, go roll a d20.
Okay. That's a 16.
Where'd that page go?
Hey Dan, are you gonna send out your notes on all this so like we have a copy of?
As long as you also give me your notes, so that I can make a comprehensive set of notes.
Oh yeah, sure.
So what did you get, Jay?
16.
Okay. How far would you go to make this character suffer?
Oh, okay. Well, it really does depend on the day and how much I've been pushed around. But I would do just, well, I won't say just about anything, but I'd go quite far to make them feel embarrassed and ashamed about who they are as a person, because they've made me feel terrible.
And this is important for Blanche to note as well.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same.
That's your relationship
Okay.
to him. What is your relationship to Vera? Is it positive, negative, kind of nothing?
Where do I put this? Just in the back?
I just write
There's
it.
a bunch of okay.
Some just help with your characters interacting.
What was her trope again? I apologize.
She kind of went with an eccentric kind of direction.
Hmm. From afar, for sure, I definitely have noticed her, but we don't really know each other because I think I assume that she's also a recluse weirdo.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20.
D20.
Wait, are we the
9.
isolationist squad? Like,
It seems that
Yeah.
way. Everyone, apart together.
hashtag
Vikings.
alone together.
Love you, Binks.
What'd you get, Jay?
9.
What volunteer work have you heard this character does?
Boy. Probably
And none is an appropriate answer.
Sure. No,
she,
probably with old
she's-
people.
yeah.
Helping out old people with their taxes.
All right. How about Jordan? Positive,
Which one?
negative, don't know.
Which one's Jordan? You have to
The-
remind me.
That's me.
Kimberly.
Oh, right.
I
Well,
work at
the-
Wendy's on Main Street.
Nah, Jordan works. Jordan has a job. That's old people shit. So I don't.
Okay, go ahead. Roll a d20.
She don't funk. He don't funk with her. Them.
That's a 2.
Okay. Why do some members of the town seek her out?
Oh no.
I'm-
oh no.
I don't know. Old people knowledge. Some about spending money, taxes. Everything's taxes.
There's taxes all the way down.
I may be desperate for money, but I'm not that desperate.
To do taxes?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Doing taxes.
Quote, quote.
I'll do that old man's taxes.
She's 2 years older than you, but Blanche is the oldest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
The other three are the same age.
But
So
Blanche
just you think they're looking at oldie knowledge?
You work. You're into old people shit. You've given up already, man.
So people go to her for food.
Food,
For
sure.
girl-
I guess.
Grown up knowledge, we'll call it, because
Yep.
she's had to grow up early. How's that sound?
Sure.
How about Gary?
Gary.
Or Jerry, sorry.
Gary.
with a
Jerry.
G.
Jerry.
Can we pause? Can we
yeah.
make that a running gag? Like, just call him Gary or Jerry, however the mood fits you.
Yeah. I'm thinking we know each other fairly well. As a fellow adventurer, but with less of an outdoor spirit, I think that we, at the very least, are acquaintances.
Fair enough. All right, roll a d20.
Jason's less of or Munch is less of an outdoor boy.
Yes. So is Jason. Is that a? Let's re-roll that. Sorry. That is an unintelligible. There we go. 15. That's
All
what I
right,
rolled.
15.
Yes.
What do you and this character have a mutual weird love of?
Yes.
Snails.
Snips and snails and puppy dog tails.
Let's see. That's too dumb. I won't do that. What about? No, that's stupid. Mutual weird love of. I'm literally looking at around the room for 80s related things.
Obviously.
Hum, he said. Ooh, no, that's dumb.
Pick the dumb one.
No, they're all dumb.
They're teenagers. It can be.
That is
anything.
true.
Can be
You
super
and
dumb.
Dan came up with some weird things to be.
Yeah, that's also
Friends over.
That's also very true. Silver Spoons. The TV show Silver
Like the
Spoons.
little souvenir spoons?
No, the show Silver Spoons, starring
I was
Ricky
gonna
Schroeder
say
and Alphonse
you want
Ribeiro.
Souvenir spoons. I'm good. I got a lot.
A show that I'm sure Jeff has not seen and maybe never heard of.
That would be correct.
There we
He's such a
go.
little baby.
Yeah, you know what? See that?
Such a baby.
Okay,
Aw.
then let's backtrack a bit. What about Alf? Do you know Alf?
I do know Alf. Yes.
Let's do Alf, even
Okay.
though again, it's not a good show.
I don't know, but
I loved Alf.
Me too.
it gives us the ability to intersperse eating kitten jokes.
That is true. That's true. Fair.
Don't eat my kittens. They're so cute.
Um,
No. Poor Shuri. She's so traumatized.
All right. So you will go pretty far to embarrass or shame Blanche, not injure her physically, but emotionally and mentally. You wish to scar her as much as you can. Vera, you've seen her helping old people with their taxes, or at least heard that she has. Jordan, you think people go to talk to her because she's a young grown up. And Jerry, you guys are friends and enjoy the show Alf together.
Correct.
All right, moving on to Blanche.
Ugh.
So, Blanche,
Yeah.
Munch has a negative a relationship with you. Do you reciprocate that negativity, or is he
Yeah.
sort of a no one to you, or?
He's a skid mark.
All right, go ahead, roll a d20.
Okay, I wanna say I do not condone anything Blanche says or does.
Fair enough.
9.
The opinions expressed by characters do not reflect those held by their players.
Yes.
9, you said?
9.
9.
Oh, interesting.
I saw that little eyebrow raise.
What is the most dishonest thing you've seen that character do?
Dishonest? It's hard to believe I would recognize dishonesty.
And if you think that he wouldn't do anything significant, it can just be a small thing.
I feel like maybe. Well, one time, I remember back when my brother was still around, I was going to pick him up after school. They're the same age.
Okay.
And some kids were fighting, like kids in their grade were fighting, and one kid dropped his calculator, and I saw that little shit bird. I'm really bad at being a bully.
Yeah,
Pick
you
up
are.
the calculator.
He stole the calculator. Huh?
Yeah.
You little bastard.
I wanted to glue it onto my watch to just get a rough idea of what a calculator watch was.
Alright. Vera. The eccentric Vera. What kind of relationship do you have with Vera? Do you know her? Do you not know her? Positive, negative?
I'm sure I smacked her around a few times.
Are you gonna have a negative relationship with everyone?
Yeah, usually. I don't know. I'm mean to everybody.
So we're all loners and hate each other.
Okay, if you want to do negative, roll a
I
negative.
don't know. I don't know this person.
Okay, you don't know him at all?
Sure, I don't know him at all.
Okay, then roll a d20.
20.
Why don't you want to associate with this character?
I don't know. Is she a nerd?
She's eccentric.
Then she's probably a nerd.
She's got brains.
Then she's definitely a nerd.
'Cause
Do you not know the definition
she's
of a nerd?
nerd.
Because I don't.
Alright. What about Jordan?
Jordan's okay.
So you have a positive.
Sure.
Okay, roll a d20.
How old is Jordan? 16?
16.
They
Sure.
give me free fries. They give me extra fries in my chili.
Well, let's see. Roll a die.
7.
What plan do you and this character have that most excites you? Don't chew my paper. Stop it. Just gonna give you free fries.
We want to stink bomb the boys' locker room.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, Gary. What kind of relationship do you have with him?
Hold on. She also gives me extra fries in my chili. We aren't on negative terms, just we used to be friends, and when everything changed.
But do you still have
I
like kind of a pot? Like if you see them,
I don't bully them, if that's what you mean.
so it's as close to a positive as we can get.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I saw him getting picked on, I'd probably say something.
Okay. So roll a d20.
I can't. 18.
Okay. When did you first realize that you loved this character, either platonically or romantically?
Yeah, this Gary?
Mhm.
Oh, wait, what?
The dice is spoken.
Platonically or romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic. Just
Maybe he's the only guy.
you said you used to be friends. What was it that made you friends?
Our parents are friends. He was nice to my brother.
Okay,
So-
okay.
Connected by parents. Nice to brother. Okay. That's fine. All right. That's it for Blanche.
Thank God.
So Jerry. Well, I have to do a list of names here so that I can write down notes.
Yeah. What's Munch, Blanche, Jordan,
And Vera.
and Vera? Okay.
So Munch says that you guys are friends and you watched Elf.
Yes. So positive relationship, 15.
Okay, so we already used 15, so either 14 or 16.
16.
Okay. What would losing this character mean to you? What would losing Munch mean to you?
I get the feeling that like it may be a one-sided feeling, but Munch is Jerry's best guy friend.
Aww.
So he would be like losing his best friend.
All right. Blanche. Blanche says that you used to be friends.
Okay.
Your parents were friends with each other and used to be nice to her brother.
All right. So we'll continue the positive relationship.
Okay.
And 2.
What do you admire about this character but would never tell them?
I'm torn between something serious and something stupid.
I think either works.
Her eyes. He likes her eyes. I was about to say bravery, but then I thought it was.
All right. How about Vera? So Vera is sort of the recluse-ish, eccentric character. You probably see her in class.
I'm gonna go with. He considers her generally positively. He's seen her at school. He doesn't have anything against her, so maybe neutral. Let's say neutral.
Well, it's either don't know, positive, or negative. So
Positive.
seeing them passing in the hall would basically you don't know them. you
Yeah,
just
let's
know
go with don't know.
them. Okay, so go
Don't
ahead
know
and-
is what I meant by neutral.
Got it.
8.
Kitten, stop chewing my wires. Don't. Based on what you know, how is this character different from the rest of their family?
I don't know her family. She's a reclusive black sheep. So she's kind of an oddity to Jerry.
So the difference is that you actually see her.
Yes.
Black sheep. See how that goes. Okay, and then Jordan.
Okay. I'm gonna just mix it up and say negative on this one.
Ooh.
She's the one that is kind of helping raise her own like her siblings. Go ahead, roll a d20.
He's trying to change your mind.
No, I'm just
18.
it'll help him with whatever he says. You hurt this character years ago. Why can't you apologize?
Ooh. I want to say. I don't want to say Jerry's wealthy, but he's definitely middle class, and like when they were in grade school, he made fun of her because she's poor. And now that he's gotten a little wiser in years, he's like embarrassed that he would say such a thing. But
you're afraid that she's forgotten about it, and if you mention it,
then she remembers it all over again. Yeah.
You hurt her a second time.
Exactly.
Intending to.
Yes.
All right. You there, Jen?
Hey, yeah.
All right. So let's go through your relationships.
Okay.
So Munch says that he doesn't really know you, but he's heard that you help old people with their taxes. So what's your view of Munch? Do you know him, not have positive, negative feelings about him, or you just kind of, you don't really know him?
How old is he?
He is
Teen?
same age. Oh no, he was 14, so he's a couple years younger than you.
I mean, if somebody doesn't know me, it'd be hard for me to know them. I might know more about them than than they do, but
Yeah.
Jim's never had a crush on somebody.
You've clearly never been a stalker.
Yeah, but remember,
Yeah.
everyone
but
is
stalking
the
somebody is
outcast
not
from-
knowing them.
Everyone is the outcast personality type from Breakfast Club in this game, so
Mhm.
don't chew my headphone wires, please. All right, so you want to be unknown?
Yeah, I guess so.
So let's roll a d20.
1.
Ooh. Let go, please. What good thing have you heard about this character that you just can't believe is true?
Mm. I forget most of the things you said about your character right now, Jay.
Well, the plus side is that you get to make a little bit up too, right? Because maybe whatever you're saying isn't even true, but you've
Sure.
heard about
Sure.
him. It's kind of a rumor. Stop. Don't yell at your game while we're playing a game.
He rescued a raccoon.
Rescued a raccoon.
So it's Munch?
Yeah.
Got it.
He's a raccoon. I believe it. Blanche says she doesn't like you because you're a nerd. Stop chewing on my notebook, please. So Blanche is a bully. So what kind of relationship do you have with her?
I feel like as far as my character goes, even though we're not like close or anything, if she's that overt and aggressive with people every day, that I would say I know her and that I think she's pretty simple with her outward
That's
stuff.
fair.
Okay. So go ahead, let's roll a d20 on the negative scale.
Oh. 14?
That's up. What would this character have to do to earn your forgiveness?
Probably a lot of kind and charitable acts.
Not it.
And less aggression.
God, what more do you want?
She's aggressively anti. Less aggression.
Yeah, she'd just have to go out of her way. Not just stop being mean, probably. Just make up for it a little bit.
You're gonna be Angelica in this group, eh?
I was thinking more like the one from, is it Hannah?
Oh yeah, Helga. Okay, so now we're gonna be talking about Jordan, who is the one that works at Wendy's and is helping raise her siblings.
Mhm.
So, do you know each other at all?
Probably not.
Okay. Let's roll a d20 on the don't know list.
5?
5. Let me pick up this cat so I can read it. What strange record does this character hold in town?
Youngest provider.
Could be something from when she was younger. Could be accidental. Can you guys hear that?
Why am I blanking so much?
Yeah, I can.
She was right next to the mic. Can I help you, kitten?
Most quilts sewed. Sold.
Ooh.
Sold.
Most quilts. Sold or?
Yeah.
Totally when I submit them to the fair.
Nice. All right. Would you please stop chewing on my headphone wires? These are $80 headphones.
I like them, I'm sorry.
Okay, so Jerry Gary, he said about you that he's seen you and you seem like a black sheep, but he doesn't really know you.
I probably don't know. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it, but
Okay, so let's roll on the don't know list.
19?
Oh, what scandal in town was this character involved with?
He temporarily stole a chicken.
Oh, man.
I want to know that story.
You hear that, Gary? He stole a chicken. Temporarily.
Temporarily.
I Joy rode a chicken.
Maybe he was having a Groundhog Day and
A chicken.
All right, now we're moving on to Jordan. No stepping on that. No stepping on the recording stuff. Okay. So Jordan.
Yep.
Munch says he doesn't really know you, but he thinks you have grown-up knowledge. Do you know Munch at all?
Is he that weird kid that hangs out on the rocking space shuttle out on the playground?
Yeah, probably.
He is weird.
Do you know him or no?
Not really.
Okay, so let's roll on the don't know list.
10.
How far would you go to get to know this character? And why?
Not at all. He's a weird kid who's too big for the space shuttle rocking thing. And all the other kids get a little scared of him and hang out on the slide.
All right. So Blanche says she knows you and that you guys have a plan together to stink bomb the boys' locker room.
Yeah, because boys are stinky.
So you have a positive relationship with Blanche?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll a d20 on the positive.
A 1.
Ooh, this is a good one. What did this character do for you that makes you owe them a debt you can't repay?
Ooh. Well, I think we kind of maybe now. I'm sorry. One more time, Ari. Like, why are you? What was your like bully catalyst? What's your?
Oh, well, I just started protecting my brother, but then when he disappeared, I just started acting out.
Maybe our brothers were friends,
Okay.
and something they got into trouble somehow, and you helped them out.
Perfect. Love it. Right. Vera says that you sold a lot of quilts.
That's true. It's a hobby of mine. I learned it from my grandma.
She doesn't really know you.
Yeah.
So,
Samesies.
okay. So let's roll on that.
5.
Okay, so pick 4 or 6.
6.
Okay. Why is this character's family so important in town?
Okay, so Vera's the eccentric one. Do we know anything so far about her family?
She hasn't said anything about her family.
Okay.
Yeah, Jerry doesn't know anything about her family, so he thinks she's odd because he's seen her.
Maybe there's a relative that was like mayor for a long time.
Okay. Pick a relative.
Uncle.
What's his name?
Gregory.
Spelled it with an A. I almost wanted to keep it that way. Gregory.
Fine, his name is Gregory. The aggro Gregory.
All right.
Wait, that's 90s.
Yeah. Jerry says that he was middle class. That he is middle class. You know, he's weller off than you are with your single parent and multiple siblings.
Uh-huh.
And as a child, he made fun of you due to your poverty.
Yeah, and that really
Does that
hurt my
stick with you,
feelers.
or do you?
I think a lot of people probably did, and I probably don't remember exactly who they all were. And it's
Okay.
kind of like,
But would
Yeah.
you associate him with a negative, positive relationship, or would you say that so many people did it, you don't even separate him from the crowd?
maybe slightly negative.
Okay. Well,
But-
I guess we'll see what the question is. Sometimes some
Yeah.
of these questions are aggressive.
Or
Sure. What are you sure this character is hiding from you?
His grandpappy's secret distillery.
maybe somebody pulled a really mean prank on me one time, and I never really found out who it was, but I have a suspicion it was him.
Ooh.
All right. So just to kind of go through these, and I will summarize these before the next. I want to actually do this game when I'm on vacation, so I've got time to really plan some stuff out and give a cool thing. All right. So Munch. Let's review everything here that we did with the other characters. Blanche, you didn't really know. Or no, it's negative, and you would go quite far to embarrass or shame her. Vera, you don't really know, but you've heard she helps old people with their taxes.
Mhm.
Jordan, you also don't know, but you have heard people talk to her about grown-up things. And you and Gary are friends and love the show Alf together.
Mhm.
Blanche, you have negative feelings about Munch. Your brothers are the same age, and when kids are fighting, one kid dropped his calculator, and you saw him fucking steal that shit. Vera, you don't really know because she's a nerd. You don't want to get to know her because she's a nerd. Jordan, you and her are friends, and you have plans to stink bomb the boys' locker room.
Damn straight.
And you have good feelings about Jerry as well because your parents are friends and he was nice to your brother before he went missing. Vera, you've heard that Munch rescued a raccoon. You have bad feelings about Blanche, and you think it would take a lot of kind and charitable acts as well as less aggression for her to for you to accept an apology from her. Jordan, you don't know, but you've heard she sold a lot of quilts. Jerry, you don't know him, but you heard he stole a chicken for a short time. Jordan, you don't really know Munch, and you just don't want to know him. He's a weird kid.
He's weird.
Blanche, you have kind of good feelings about Jordan. Your brothers were friends. They got into trouble, and Blanche saved them, probably by punching someone in the eye. Vera, you don't really know, but her uncle was mayor for a long time. His name was Gregory. Jerry, you have negative feelings about him because there was a bad prank that happened to you, and while you never really found out who did it, you think it was him. And Jerry, you have good feelings about Munch. He's your best friend, and you feel if you lost him, you would be losing a big part of yourself. Blanche, you have positive feelings about her. You feel like her best feature is her eyes, but you could never get the nerve to tell her that.
Because she
Vera,
hurt me.
Yeah.
you're right. It's like, I'll show you good eyes. Vera, you don't really know, but what you think sets her apart from her family is that you have seen her, and she seems like kind of a black sheep. And Jordan, you have negative feelings for because you made fun of her for being a poor. That sound right? Did I get
That's
it?
right. Yep.
All right. Okay, I have to turn pages. Your butt's in my way.
Sorry.
You guys aren't cats. Yeah,
Well, I mean, look at my profile picture.
fair enough.
I'm a puppy in my.
That's my
Back to the
Sailor.
page. All right.
He's a good boy. I miss him.
Amen.
What?
Ba-ba-ba-ba. So do that. Now we can do the finishing touches based off of some of the things you heard. What are motivations for you guys? Ari, what's your motivation?
I told you already. Oh.
What drives you?
Motivation now? I
Yeah,
don't know, just anger.
just motivated by anger. Fair enough.
Yep.
What are your fears? What are you scared of?
Losing another person I love and spiders.
What's your last name? So we all established none of you are related to each
Schnorp.
Shorp.
Oh, Shorp? Schnorp?
I think it was Schnorp, actually.
It is Schnorp.
Yep,
goddamn it.
Schnorp.
I really want my name to be Blanche Schnorp.
Sure. I mean, his name.
The name exists in the world canon.
Yep. Because he's Mr. Crowder. He's related to Crowderville. So there's a history there that you guys probably don't even realize, where you're both related to founding people, apparently.
Mhm.
First person to find a giant tree, the first person, or the person that found the town, and the person who found a tree. Your family found the tree.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
You're like, hey, there's a tree over there, and he's like, dibs, town over there.
Down over
Shit.
there.
Well, it's my tree. Good luck. I'm gonna
And
take
then
it
he
with me.
mysteriously dies.
Backpacks are things that you think you would have in your backpack. And backpack isn't even necessarily like a physical thing. It is. No, you don't start stepping on keys. Okay. It can be physical things like a flashlight or candy bars.
How come
But-
you're only asking me my fears?
I'm working through all of you.
Okay.
But it also can be some kind of intangibles can be in
My,
that.
my courage and my heart are in there.
So let me see here. I'll read to you what it says about backpacks. Boop, 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 boop.
Back.
Finishing touches. Full name. Motivation. backpack. The final finishing touch is indicating what you have in your backpack, literatively, and
Yep.
figuratively.
Figuratively.
What items are you never without? For children or teens, these might literally be in their backpack. For adults, these might be in the trunk of their car. Ultimately, though, they're whatever would make the most sense to you. Figuratively speaking, the backpack is also a good place to list advantages that you have over other people. While this doesn't have to consider all the ways in which you are privileged, it would be a good place to think about the more intangible resources you have at your disposal. For example, Azra's, I think this is another example, people. Azra's backpack might indicate that her parents are exceptionally supportive and do everything they can to give her the resources to succeed at school. Adwell's backpack, on the other hand, might indicate that his bad relationship with his parents has given him a strong sense of self-reliance and ability to do for himself. The intangible resources in your backpack won't have a mechanical impact on the game, but they should give you places to turn to if you need help getting out of a problem or create tension if that resource suddenly is not available. So, I mean, if you guys want to take time to think about that, we can discuss that on Discord, too, because I feel like that's kind of a thing you really need to think about your character on.
Okay.
Both physically as well as emotionally, what you have. Feel like it might even take time for you to really get a feel for what is your character, who is your a character.
Let's
see. So that was Blanche. Munch,
Yes.
what's your motivation? What drives you to do things?
I want to find real adventure, which is sort of, I don't realize it yet, but is to get the fuck out of this town. That is very much.
That sounds right.
Uh-huh.
Would be an
I don't know
awfully
where
big
this is
adventure.
coming from, though. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, right?
That's weird.
What are some fears you have?
My two big ones I listed were mutant dogs and unexpected boners. Those are the
Okay.
two big ones that I listed.
And being stuck in town.
Yeah, being stuck in town for sure.
Then we'll go through. We'll discuss backpacks. We already have your last name. You're a Crowder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Blanche is Blanche Schnorp. Ow! Those claws! Do not step on that laptop. You're gonna stop
Schnorp is an
recording.
accidentally very Parks and Rec last name too.
It really is. Okay.
Mike sure has a habit of just banging on the keyboard and making whatever
Making
comes
names.
out into a last name.
This is why I could write for him. Come on, Mike. I'm saying.
Okay, Vera. What's your motivation? What drives you?
Did I write?
You are creating very poor audio quality, purring kitten.
Oh, I hear it purring.
I put her on top of the mic.
I think things being the way they should be in regards to like I'm kind of logical, but also I'm into people having justice if something really bad happens, and also just like seeing people happy.
So just kind of sharing joy is your motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. What are some fears? Oh, Jesus Christ, Harry.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Maybe not like the slightest amount of germs, but like pretty germy stuff.
Okay.
And
Other than germs, you're fearless.
nothing's
What about
coming to
Blanche?
mind
Is
at
she
the
a
moment.
fear?
I mean, like maybe physical pain a little bit, but not no, because I just no.
No.
Then again, we'll go over you back. What's your last name, Vera?
Wang.
Vera Bing.
No, Vera Wang. I was making a
Oh.
joke.
That wouldn't work.
You guys are not helping over their kittens.
Sorry.
I don't know. Jones?
Jones? Okay. Vera Jones. Hey, Jordan.
Yeah,
What up?
not much.
What drives you?
What drives me?
What's your motivation, man?
What the hell? I would like to into a good college.
Mm. That's a good one. What's your fear? What are your fears? What are
Is
you scared
somebody
of?
growling?
Yeah, Dee
Dee
Dee's
Dee.
blowing hot and
Oh,
cold with the
okay.
kittens again.
The dark. Like, not like I can't go to bed at night without a nightlight, but like pitch black. Dark.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay. What's your last name?
Martin, Martin.
Martin. Okay. Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
what drives you?
My mom in the car.
I was a very driven Boy Scout. I was driven everywhere.
What motivates you?
A sense of exploration, adventure, and to find Zen.
Oh. What are you scared of?
I don't know. What are you scared of?
The kid suffers from a lot of existential dread, mostly
Nice.
mostly around his own mortality.
Fair.
Fair.
So he fears death?
Yes.
Oh, so we would have gotten along. Cool.
I mean, yeah.
What's your last name, Gary?
Brahm, Braam. A good, strong Dutch last name.
Yeah. All right, so Munch. We got Munch, Crowder, Blanche Schnorp, Vera Jones, Jordan Martin, and Jerry Gary Braum. Okay, now there's supposed to be a thing about rumors because this is what helps me actually figure out what our stories are going to be.
I heard a rumor.
We just finished episode 9. We're
Oh.
at the last episode to watch.
All right. Oh, the first season?
First
Yeah,
season,
first.
yes.
Okay. Well, then not spoil anything.
Yeah, shit's starting to hit the fan on the first season.
Of which show is that?
The
Umbrella Academy.
Oh, I need to start season 2.
I have not watched that show at all, but it is on my to watch list.
It's good.
You
It's one
definitely
of the things
should.
where we kind of took a long time to start watching it, and then once we started watching it, we had a hard time not watching it.
Yep.
I'm working on Cursed right now.
5 is the greatest teenage grown-up of all time.
He's amazing. He does such a good job.
Okay.
You know that kid's a junior ambassador too in real life.
It's nuts.
A junior ambassador.
Some kind of junior ambassador. I don't remember to where or why, but he's just like some weird ass child prodigy, and it's very strange.
He does pull off the whole "I need a smoke and a cup of coffee, leave me alone."
Right.
Dude, you're like 14.
Okay. So we're all going to get to pick a rumor about this town. Starting with Jay. Jay, what's a rumor that your kid has heard?
Okay, besides the Dukakis one, that's the one I believe, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. A rumor that I have heard. No. The Constitution's secretly written on the inside of the tree. No. I do think it might be tree related, however. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have heard a rumor that that the original Mr. Schnorp, the reason he is buried in an unmarked grave is his body was actually absorbed into the tree. They left him up there, and that if you dig deep enough, you can get to his body. If you chop far enough into
love
it.
it.
Yeah. It's an old ass tree, man, wrapped around him. That's why they call it the screaming tree. Also, I've just decided.
Oh my god, Craig is constantly telling me he's
Yeah.
turn the table.
Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
The redwood. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna make a note of who came up with them just for funsies. Where's my end button? End.
I also remember that my cousin in Indiana is friend with a girl with psychic powers. It's this weird thing. I don't believe him, but
Kimberly,
Yep.
what's a remote story you've heard about your town? It can be big, like an ancient body being absorbed in a tree, or as small as the principal was caught kissing the nurse or something.
Well, we already knew the principal was murdering children.
Well, in the past, yes.
Well,
I don't know. Not the
like
is it
7
the current
years ago.
the current principal is what's called murdering kids, but damn it, it's hard to find a good administrator in
It's
this
only been
town.
like 10 years ago.
That there's a network of underground, like there's a lower city or like a underground tunnels.
There's mole people.
Yeah.
There are mole people.
Oh, right. I like that. Jeff, what has your character heard?
That the principal that was killing the students escaped the insane asylum that he was committed to.
Yes.
and he was absorbed into the tree.
Oh, Ari.
So what was the cave? The old lady.
It's
Well,
just like a cranky old lady rock formation.
But there could be a cave in
So
it.
she
There could be a
looks-
cave.
It looks like a cranky old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you flip it upside down, a young woman.
Uh-huh.
The cave is actually her nostril.
Huh?
There's also this store downtown where they've got two vases in the window, or a vase in the window, but you can't be sure if it's a vase or two people staring at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a rabbit, it might be a duck. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, I've heard that high schoolers go up to the old lady formation and get drunk. But I've never been invited.
I was gonna say, dude, we are high schoolers.
I know, but those are the popular ones. We're
That's
not
true.
the popular ones.
None of you are, it seems.
Uh-huh.
We're the devil's rejects. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Jen,
Um,
we're looking for a rumor or
So-
story or.
so I swear I thought of this before Jason said his.
Okay.
But that different kids have talked about the tree having things like maybe look like they're moving underneath it almost, and then just weird noises coming from it. And I'm like, there's probably animals, but then I'm also like, I'm not going anywhere near that tree.
You're right.
That's fair.
Okay, nice. You guys have given me some potential story tools right here.
Nice.
I like it. I can digs it.
You should just go with all of them.
Just all. Turns out the principal is Schnorp's body, unabsorbed from the redwood tree.
Exactly.
Killed a
There you
bunch
go.
of teenagers at the rock.
Don't burn ideas here, Dan.
And he's hiding in the Undercity. With the
I didn't even mean for it to be
mole
like an upside down situation or anything either. I just
All right. Well, there's a
Short.
town and some people.
Short, huh, Dan?
Yeah. But then again, it's you people. So,
Oh, I missed that.
We don't move fast.
also, I think we lost at least half an hour trying to figure out how the fuck to get recording.
Mhm.
All right, folks. So next time we're actually going to be playing a game based on this. I'm definitely going to need to work on this during vacation because there's a lot happening here. I've got a couple ideas for maps to use for the town. So I guess until next time, get riding them bikes.
Woo.
Ooh.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do, 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 do.